If you can hear me and see me okay, please put in a little yes if you are recording this, seeing this live. Otherwise, ignore this if you are watching it as a recording. I'm just going to make sure everything is working fine, and we'll get started in a couple of moments. Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Okay, let me get all my windows sorted out. Brilliant. So, thank you for joining in. My name is Uzair, and today is a Monday, May the 18th. I believe this is my 32nd straight YouTube live stream every weekday. I started this since, well, pretty much after the lockdown started, to help other business owners, advertisers, and entrepreneurs with their Google ads. And it has been received quite well, and I've continued to do these every weekday. These sessions are short, between 20 to 30 minutes long, and if you do have any questions, please put them in the comment box on the right hand side, and I'll keep an eye on it and endeavor to answer them for you. The reason for starting this was because a lot of business owners are struggling with their online marketing, and I thought, well, if I can be of any help to others in this time and age, it would be I'll be doing my best and little bit to help everybody with their online marketing. So what I want to do today is to go through the workflow. That is the most questions I'm sent. How much should I adjust my campaigns? How much optimization should I do? Should I be looking into my ads account every day or every few hours and make and tweak changes and so on? So there's no correct answer for that, because it depends on the size of your Google Ads account. If you are running an account with a big budget, then obviously you need to keep an eye on it very closely and pretty much on a daily basis. But if you are running a campaign or an account with just a few $100s, then you don't need to make changes on a regular basis, because you are going to do more harm than good. So it's always best to take a couple of steps back, let the algorithm run, don't keep tweaking and changes things, because it pretty much you are resetting everything what Google needs to learn. So I'm going to go through my workflow for smaller accounts today, where you don't need more than 10 minutes, if that, every day to see what's happening in your account and what you need to do. Okay, hello Amit, Devyanshu, Rory, Victor, and of course Shelly, you were the first one online. Alright, so first thing we start off with is at the keyword level. So what you want to do is you got to be ruthless. Even sometimes when you think that my best keyword is a certain keyword and you cannot afford to pause it or stop it, because it will bring in the most conversions, but at the same time it is the most expensive keyword. So you need to make a decision. For me, you need to be ruthless. If it is costing you money and screwing up your campaign metrics, then absolutely pause it. And there's no two ways about it. So you have a cost per conversion set up for each one of your campaigns, and then you can see it quite easily in the interface whether this is way above or way below. So if it's expensive, then what you need to do is to keep bringing it back down towards your average cost per conversion, so it starts to decrease your cost. So what you want to do is you need to lower your CPA in your overall account. So just getting rid of all the expensive keywords will bring your CPA right down very quickly, and you'll be able to see this in a matter of days, that your cost per acquisition or cost per conversion is now in alignment to what your customer is expecting or what your own campaign you want to run it at. The way to do that is fairly straightforward and simple. You go into your interface, you go to the keywords tab, and you click on the cost per conversion column header. Sort the most expensive one out to start with, and you'll see all the expensive ones in descending order. And then you can select one or many, go to your edit button, decrease your cost per conversion or the bid by 10%, 20%, or whatever you want to decrease it by. That way you can batch change all the bids. Now obviously this is only relevant to those campaigns which you are running manually and not through any smart bidding, because smart bidding Google will take care for itself. So that's the first thing you do, is to chop off all your high cost keywords and expensive keywords. Then what you want to do is we're trying to do a balancing act. So on one hand you are decreasing, on the other hand we're going to be increasing on all those keywords which are performing and performing well. So let's say your cost per acquisition is $50, and the good keywords which are converting and performing very well, and you are getting an average price of about, let's say, $35. So then you know that you've got scope to increase the bid. And increasing the bid does not necessarily mean that Google is going to charge you more. Google is only going to charge you 1 cent more than the second best competitor you have. So if everybody else is running the campaigns in not a organized way or in a way where they should be running it, then you are going to win all day long at a fraction of the cost, because you will always beat them on the ad rank. Your ad rank will always be better. So what I tend to do is then I don't increase it by a huge amount, but between 3 to 5%. And if you keep increasing it every day, then obviously cumulatively it's going to go quite high. So just keep an eye on it. And what you don't want to do is to be losing out on your search impression share, because these are the good keywords. You want to be as high as possible, perhaps 80%, 85% or more. And I don't want to lose out on those impressions for my good quality keywords. And the same thing, you do the same thing. You click on the cost per conversion column, the header, and then you have all your the lowest cost per conversion keywords at the top, and you're doing the in ascending order. Select a group of them and change the bids in one go. The third one, negative keywords. You need to add these regularly. You need to keep an eye on them. And this is your best keyword match type, because this is going to either make or break your campaigns. So if you don't know how to find negative keywords, what you do is you go to your keywords tab and then go to your search term report. Have a look at which terms are triggering your ads, and if you find any search terms which are not relevant to you or your business, you put them in your negative list. Now, what you can also do is, I'll come on to the negative keyword list later on, but let's say if you were selling party shoes, you had a store either online or bricks and mortar, but you're advertising party shoes. So the kind of negative keywords which I will be straight away putting up even before I start my campaign is running shoes or running football, tennis, sports, all kind of sporting, whatever sports I can think of, I'll put them all in upfront, because I don't want to wait until Google will decide that, okay, the budget to be spent or wasted. In this case, put them all up. And when you download your keyword list, and I've shown this in my previous live streams, is how quickly I can sort out the negative keywords even before I have started my campaign. So put them in. And what I tend to do is, for most of my search campaigns, is set up a account level negative keyword list and apply them to all the campaigns which are running. So all you need to do is to take these keywords and put them in here once, and then these are going to nag out all the campaigns all in one go. So if you've got multiple campaigns running, you don't have to go into each campaign and apply those at campaign level. Some keywords you can, or a lot of the keywords you can quite easily apply at account level. Okay, if you do have any questions, then keep putting them on the comment box on the right hand side, and I'm going to keep an eye on it to make sure that it is all they're all answered before we switch off for today. Another quick way, if you've got a long list of search term queries in your report, then what you can also do is, depending on whether you're on a Mac or a PC, you can do Command F or Control F and put in find that a word, and if there are any of those words in that search term report, then you'll be able to see them very easily and quickly, and then you can start to put them up in your negative keyword list. Then you move on to your ad schedule. There will be certain time of the day and day of the week where your campaigns are performing really well, and there are certain times of the week where they are not performing very well, they are wasting money, and it is, well, very expensive to run and not profitable. So you then, what you do is bid adjust accordingly. So when you are performing very well, you bid up. When it is very expensive and way over your cost per acquisition, you bid down. Now, I keep saying bid up or bid down. So how do you know what that number is? Well, that's what you need to do before you start running your campaigns. You got to know how much I'm able, willing, or afford to pay to acquire a lead, whether it's $50, $100, $200, and so on. And depending on what that number is, you then keep that in mind. And what I tend to do is, in my naming convention of the campaign, I put that CPA number in. So if it's $50, then somewhere on the campaign name, I'll put in CPA $50. So just by looking at that campaign, I can see that, okay, whether if that campaign is performing within that CPA range, or whether the acquisition cost is way too high. And the reason for doing that is, I may have different campaigns running for different services, and each one may be at a different target CPA. So that's very important that you need to keep in mind. You can't have just one CPA for all your services, unless your customer lifetime value is the same, and you just want to keep it simple and have work to one average. But I don't work on that basis, because some campaigns we run, our customer lifetime value is a lot higher to some products. So if somebody comes to me for a product, a headshot, it is comparatively a low value to somebody who comes to me for running or managing their Google Ads account. So that lifetime value is a lot higher, and I'm more than happy to pay Google or Facebook or anybody else a higher amount to acquire that lead. Then you have the location bid down. And the way the interface is, I love the new one. I mean, it's not new anymore, but compared to the previous one, you just go from the top and keep going down, and you won't miss out on anything, and you just keep track of the important bits which you need to do. So for example, the locations, if you are running audiences against your campaign, then you can do the same thing, bid up or down. But doing these once a week will be more than sufficient enough. In fact, the locations and the time of the days and weeks, the ad schedule, I would say do this maybe once every 2 weeks if it's just a small account. And you won't have that much data. Go through all of these, the locations, ad schedule, negative keywords, bid up on the good keywords, bid down on the low keywords. And if you just keep doing these regularly, you are going to optimize your campaigns really well. And don't think that, oh, I'm not putting in the work, because if there's no work to it, then you don't need to be tweaking and changing things all day long. Okay, I'm gonna go to the comments box now and see if there are any questions or comments. And now is your time to start putting them in, because there is a bit of a delay on here, so I may not see it. Okay, Rory, is only $5 to $10 pounds per day. What campaign time would you recommend? Discovery or display? I would say both, or even video. If she can shoot a little video of with a smartphone of the actual property as well as the surrounding area, so create 30-second videos. If it's near a beachfront, then do a little video of the beach, that this is the perfect family holiday. You can come to and you can enjoy this beach and the surrounding areas. Another video you can do could be of a local pub, or if there's a little castle or a ruin, then you can shoot. So do different themed videos and run them, and you can use that video as part of your responsive display ad. So you can have images, videos, and text in the same way, and that it will work very well. And you just keep running them, especially for remarketing. A holiday is something where somebody will not make a decision within a matter of days, unless it is a lastminute.com kind of a holiday. They will take a few weeks or maybe a few months before they decide which is their perfect holiday to book. So I would highly recommend that you build up your remarketing list by driving ads through discovery, and you've seen how cheap it is. It's 1p a click or thereabouts. Keep running these and get them to come back to your website to re-engage and hopefully convert. But until you don't try, you don't know what results you may get. So if it is, let's say, £10 per day, then you split £5 on video ads, £5 on display ads, and see how it goes. So Sandy Entertainments, you are asking how search term reports work. Well, they don't. There's no working to it. It's just a report. Google is going to show you which terms or the queries triggered your ads. So you may not have those queries in your account, and if they are converting, then you need to start putting them in. If they are not converting and they are, let's say, wasting your budget, then stop it. So for example, we run campaigns for water damage companies where the basement has been flooded, but what people also put in is iPhone water damage. What iPhone would be a negative keyword. So if I see iPhone repair or iPhone water damage in my search term list, I know straight away iPhone is wasting my budget. I need to put that or those kinds of keywords in. So then I will put in all the other makes of phone, as many as I can get hold of. Samsung, iPhone, Nokia, and any kind of smartphone, tablet kind of name. So we do not get our ads don't get triggered by these terms, because those keywords are like very expensive, $70, $80, and so on. So I don't want to waste money on those. Okay, hello Tiny. Why is my keyword planner interface very different to yours? When I go to keyword ideas, it does not show red and blue monthly graphs as seen on your screen. Is it because of the ad spend? I'm not sure what you are saying, so I can't comment on that. The best way if you send me an email with a screenshot, I'll be more than happy to send you a quick reply. But when you have a new account, Google, or your account hasn't spent a lot of money, Google will not show you the exact number of the data. So when I search for a keyword and I get, okay, this keyword has got 2,000 searches per month or 500 searches per month, whereas in your account it may probably will show something like 10 to 1,000. Now that doesn't give you a very accurate idea as to how small or big that keyword is. But once you start running ads and you're spending money, then Google is going to change that. So hope that helps. Or maybe you have turned off that graph. There's a little button arrow which may be pointing downwards. If you open it up, your search volume graph will come up as well. Okay, I believe I have. Okay, there's one more comment. I tried Uber Suggest. It is good, but suggesting few keywords only. Can I use LSI graph for best results? Yeah, you can. Sandy and Entertainments, you can use that. And also what you do is have one seed keyword as a broad modified. So then it's going to start hunting and fishing for any of these new search queries. Okay, Rory, if she wants to attract local second-hand homeowners, should we target geographically? However, some Devon holiday homeowners live across the UK, perhaps 2 campaigns. So I'm not sure who you are targeting. Are you targeting holiday makers or are you targeting second homeowners? Because I don't live in Devon, I'm in Bedfordshire. So I could be your target audience when we are looking for a holiday in Dorset, Devon, Somerset, or thereabouts. So you want to be targeting the whole of the UK and not just the local people, unless that is your target audience. And with a small budget, I would say start small and then get started with expanding the campaigns. So currently second home owners, so we can rent more properties out. Okay, so I believe you are targeting high income audience who may have multiple properties and you want to rent your property out to them. So there is a new a targeting in Google Ads as well by income. Now, how good or how bad it is, I'm not really sure because I've not used it a lot. In Facebook, it is. I know people who use these as you can target homeowners as well. So that could be something which you could look at. The other way I would target them is find out where these people hang around, because people who have got multiple homes or have got additional disposable income, they will go to websites where they are investing in properties, shares, and places like those. So you can create a custom intent audience. So let's say ft.com readers are your target audiences, because only people who have got shares and stocks will read those kind of paper. Or there will be lots of other websites where people go there to invest. So I would create a custom intent audience and then target those in one single ad group, and then see how they are performing compared to the other ad groups. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks for being with me. I'll be back online at 5 o'clock tomorrow UK time. And if you have any questions in the meantime, please send it to me. My details are along the screen and through our website. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.